Okay, you guys, we are back with another video. And exactly as I've been telling you guys that you can tell that CardiB and Stefan Diggs connection, it's not tight. They try to make it work. And there's a lot of PR surrounding CardiB and Stefan Diggs because what both parties are planning to do at this point is to make as much money that they can off the couple. And it's just about money for their PR team. Their PR team is not so serious about the relationship, but they are hoping that CardiB and Stefan Diggs can keep it together for a while and keep it serious as long as possible, because if they do, and if they are able to keep the current momentum that they have going, it's going to be fruitfully rewarding for both parties. No, it is awkward to see the two, and I have to admit, there's literally no chemistry between CardiB and Stefan Diggs. Every time you look at Stefan Diggs, it's as though it's given a gay man that was forced into a relationship with a woman. I'm not saying Stefan Diggs is gay. I'm saying every time you see them together, that's the energy, that's the vibe you will get. You would get Autumn. He has, a few baby mamas. So let's make it clear. The man cannot be gay. He cannot be gay. If he has a few baby mamas, he can't be gay. You'd have to put him in the category of a bisexual. And the guy hasn't told us that he's, anything like that. So we can't be putting labels on people. It's his life. That's between him and the Almighty. But what I'm saying is that every time you see CardiB and Stefan Diggs together, like if you didn't know them, if you had no idea that Stefan Diggs was into women, you would think that this is a gay man trying to be nice to a woman. And I've seen gay men around women who are able to be even more soft with a woman. And people are now picking up on it, and I've been saying it. I know I have, I can't be the only one to see it. But this is the thing with fan base. Fan base can be very, very dangerous. And if you guys remember, even with the Milagro and Megan Thee Stallion, right? And I know a lot of people still tend to believe that Milagro won that case because everyone has their favorite in anything, but I have to say, if she has to pay Megan Thee Stallion any amount of money, that's not a win, right? But my point is, for bringing in Milagro in this is, when Megan Thee Stallion had initially sued Milagro, I said, Milagro is not going to win this case. It would be good if she could drop an apology and just try to wrap this thing up from now. And her fan base were telling her, girl, you got this, you can't lose and all of that. But she lost. She lost. And that's just the truth. So normally when I call these things, people come at me. But for my subscribers over here, my subscribers, they may not be comfortable with what I'm saying, but they trust my judgment because they know that the accuracy level over here is pretty good. Impeccable if you ask me, right? So as such, would I be telling you guys that Stefan Diggs and CardiB, every time you see them, it looks as though he doesn't know her. If you remember at the last game before CardiB gave birth, when they were out there, if you compare that video between Stefan Diggs and that cheerleader, do you remember the video where he threw the cheerleader the ball and everyone was like, come on dude, your baby mama just gave birth? Stefan Diggs was leaning more into the cheerleader more than how he leans into CardiB. Whenever he's with CardiB, it's as though she's a complete stranger. He doesn't know her. Even at his birthday party, she was seated guys, body language speaks so much. She was half turned to him and he was half turned to, it's like they're two complete strangers. Two complete strangers. I think they may have good bedroom chemistry, but outside of that, They're complete strangers. I think that is literally what is going on between the two. And the internet is now catching up on it. And more people are talking about it because more people, like, it is sold out at this point. It is sold out at this point. It is so hard for the internet to ignore that. There's literally no chemistry between CardiB and Stefan Diggs. And it has been a year because the pregnancy is 9 months, give or take a few weeks there. And it has been over a month now since CardiB has given birth. So it has been a little bit over a year. She has been with Stefan Diggs since she was pregnant with Blossom, as per what Offset told us, because Offset basically outed her publicly for smashing Stefan Diggs while she was pregnant. And then she said, and did, because if you remember, Offset was pressuring her like, tell the world that you were smashing with a baby inside of you. And she was like, and did. And then when the internet started saying CardiB should have, kept that one to herself, she came back and she was like, oh no, I didn't do that. I would never do that. But it's enough. CardiB is loose and nothing that she does should be even a surprise to anyone. And that's the truth. She's just a loose person. So that's her lifestyle. But the point is, she literally has no chemistry with Stefan Diggs, and it is so black and white. Everyone can see it. It is so evident, and everyone is now talking about it. And I know I'm not the only one who see it. I know you guys have to see it as well. But I mean, when you talk about her people, they're in the comment section going off like, she's happy, she's this, she's that. Is she? Is she really happy? Happiness is a feeling, So she could be happy. You guys could be right about that. But she doesn't look happy with this guy. She really, really does not look happy with him. She looks completely insecure with this guy. And any woman in her shoe would be, who would be secure with a guy with 101 different baby mamas? CardiB and CardiB's son and all Stefan Diggs' kids, they're gonna celebrate their birthday literally months apart. And people may say, is that such a bad thing? Yes, it is a bad thing. Too many broken homes in the Black community. Too many broken homes in general. Because what affects one affects all. Too many broken homes. And the broken home culture needs to die a slow and painful death. We need to stop celebrating and stop praising these broken home cultures. They're not serving anyone. The only people that truly suffers from these broken home cultures are the innocent children. Too many broken homes. And it's not something that I can support. I cannot support the habit nor the culture of broken homes. I can't. But does it mean that women should stay in relationships that are not serving them? Absolutely not. It means that women should take the time out to heal. And when you do everything that you're supposed to do, when you heal, when you get to know the person, and when you get into that relationship, or when you're dating, date a person and you put out everything, all that you're looking for, and you make it clear that you're not willing to compromise. If you do everything that you're supposed to do by you, and if at the end of the day the relationship doesn't work, at least you can say you did it right. CardiB said she did it right with Offset. That one I have to agree. Not entirely, but perfection doesn't exist. But that one, I have to give her that. She fought for her marriage. She forgave him repeatedly. She took the embarrassment for too long. But she did everything that she was supposed to do with her marriage. But the only thing I would have done differently is to close out the divorce, get some therapy before moving on. Because this culture of getting over someone, you have to get under someone new. It is a toxic, unhealthy mindset. It's a toxic, unhealthy narrative for anyone to be pushing and floating around out there. It doesn't serve anyone. It doesn't do any good. especially when you're at a particular age and kids are involved. It really, really is not a narrative that should be promoted. So, as I was saying, the narrative of in order to get over someone old, you have to get under someone new. It should not be a narrative that is promoted or supported. I think that in this day and age, we have gotten too loose as a society. And it's not just a woman thing and it's not just a man thing. It's mostly the males, which is true. But if we're to be honest with ourselves, it is both parties, male and female. And we have to take a step back and realize what we're doing to ourselves, what we're doing to our children, the future, for our kids that we're leaving behind. Because everything that we do now, we're patterning behaviors. It's like weaving a basket. Not all the children are going to pick up in these behaviors and these, bad practices, but there will be a few of them who do engage in these risky behaviors. So as such, when I see them, it's not something that I can promote or support. I believe that people need to, especially when you're a particular age, you need to take time out to know yourself, know what works for you, know what you want out of life. And before when you start dating again, you make it clear of your do's and your don'ts, what you're not willing to jeopardize nor compromise. And if the person is not able to deliver up, you go your separate ways and that person go their separate ways. But with CardiB and Stefan Diggs, it's going to be all for show. They're two complete people. Maybe as the year passes, we may see them melting more into each other. But if you look at them now, they're complete strangers. There's no chemistry. There's nothing between them. But I do believe Stefan Diggs is going to push for a marriage with her because they're on this high at this point because they're being talked about a lot. Everywhere they go, they get attention and, it is financially rewarding for both of them. So I believe that he's going to put on a ring and it's just going to be all for show, all for clout. There's not going to be much meaning behind the ring, but I don't think they're going to last. I honestly don't think so. I think for them to last, CardiB would have to be quiet about him cheating on her repeatedly. He's not going to stop cheating overnight. He's a chronic cheat already, and he's not going to just switch that off like that unless he's going to get some hypnotherapy, If not, he's not going to just turn that off overnight. So CardiB is really in for another offset. But, if she prays about it, prayer moves mountain. Anything is possible. The possibilities are endless. But yes, guys, the internet is realizing it more and more. More people are talking about it. But it would be good to see a positive change for both parties, especially for CardiB because she has been through so much and I believe that she deserves a break when it comes to affairs of the heart. But anywho, guys, let me hear from you. What's your take on this matter? Providing you have an opinion, you can leave it below. While you're at it, do all you need to on this video to support your girl. Peace.